Okay, for our parts of speech lesson today, we're going to be talking about pronouns. As you go through this video lesson, make sure that you are filling out your notes in your digital notebook. So, pronouns are words that stand in for nouns or replace nouns in a sentence. There's a couple of reasons that we use pronouns. The first reason is to avoid having to repeat the same words over and over again. So, for example, instead of saying someone's name over and over again, you can use a pronoun like she as a stand-in. So, like if you said, um, "My new friend is Rebecca. My new friend is Rebecca. Rebecca just moved to the school. Rebecca is from Ohio." Instead, you could say, "My new friend is Rebecca. She just came to this school. She is from Ohio," right? So you don't have to say her name over and over. You use shorter words like she, which are pronouns, to stand in for a noun. The other reason you might use pronouns is when you don't know the noun that you need. So, for example, if you don't know who an item belongs to, you can use a pronoun like someone as a stand in. So, if you said, "Did someone lose their phone?" So, you don't know who lost their phone. So, you use a pronoun like someone to stand in for whatever noun you're missing. Okay, so that is what pronouns do. Pronouns are different from nouns in that there are infinite nouns, right? As new things are invented, new nouns are invented to name those things. But pronouns, there's already a set list. So with pronouns, you just need to learn the lists. There's a couple of different types of pronouns, but you don't need to know like the names of the different types. You just need to know that they're all pronouns. All of these pronouns lists are already in your notes, but I will show them to you here. The first kind are personal pronouns. These are the easy ones that you would use just to replace someone's name or the name of something in a sentence. Things like I, he, it, she, they, we, things like that. The next kind are the indefinite pronouns. These are the ones you use when you don't know what noun you need. Okay, so they replace an unknown noun in a sentence. Things like someone, someone, something, everybody, everyone, everything. Okay, those are indefinite pronouns. And this last type are interrogative, relative, and demonstrative pronouns. So these are our question words: who, whom, whose, what, and also this, that, those, and these. Okay, so these are all the different types of pronouns. And like I said, the big list of all of them is already in your notes. Okay, so let's look at some examples of pronouns in sentences. In this sentence, Angelo borrowed a hammer and some nails. He will return them tomorrow. We have two pronouns. The first pronoun is he, which is a pronoun because it's standing in for Angelo's name. The second pronoun we have is them, which is standing in for the hammer and nails, right? Without pronouns, the sentence might say, Angelo borrowed a hammer and some nails. Angelo will return the hammer and the nails tomorrow, right? He is replacing Angelo. Them is replacing the hammer and the nails. Does anyone need a new coat for winter? Our pronoun here is anyone because it's standing in for the unknown names of people who need coats. The person asking this question doesn't know who need coats, so anyone is standing in for the names of those people. Lastly, I like pizza and pasta. Either would be good for dinner tonight. I is standing in for my name, whoever's name is saying the sentence, and either is a pronoun because it's standing in for the pizza or the pasta. So hopefully this kind of shows you how exactly pronouns are stand-ins for nouns in a sentence. They replace them. This is a special scenario with pronouns that I call blank of the blank. So when you have this kind of phrase, blank of the blank, the word before the of is always a pronoun. So some of the boys, any of the red books, much of the day, both of the sisters, and all of her birthday cake. In every single one of these cases, the word before of is always a pronoun. Okay. So anytime you see blank of the blank, you should know that the word before the of is always a pronoun. Okay, so now let's do some practice. I want you guys to highlight the pronouns in your notes, and then when I reveal the answers, check your work. So in our first sentence, give her the book, we have one pronoun that you should be highlighting. So you can go ahead and pause it, highlight it, and then play it again, and I'll tell you the answer. Our pronoun here is her because it's replacing the person's name. You could say, give Susie the book, but instead they say, give her the book. So her is a pronoun. Next example, I have 2 new shirts, but neither fits the school dress code. We have 2 pronouns in this sentence. So find the 2 pronouns. And I'm going to reveal the answer now. Our 2 pronouns are I and neither. I is standing in for the person's name. Neither is standing in for the 2 shirts. Next sentence. They told us the movie was corny, but we had to see it for ourselves. Got lots of pronouns here. We've got 5 pronouns in this sentence. Take a moment and highlight the 5 pronouns in your notes. And here's the answer. They, us, we, it, and ourselves. 5 pronouns, all standing in for the names of people who are involved in the situation. Okay, next example. I gave each of my friends an invitation to my birthday party. We have 3 pronouns in this sentence. Highlight them in your notes. Here they are. I and my are both replacing the person's name. Each is a pronoun because it's a blank of the blank. Each of my friends. So we know the word before the of, each is going to be a pronoun. One more example. Where did you buy that? We've got 2 pronouns in this little question. Where did you buy that? They are you, which is standing in for the person's name, and that, which is standing in for the name of the thing. You could say, where did you buy the shirt? But instead they said, where did you buy that? So that is a pronoun standing in for the name of the thing. So this concludes our pronouns notes. Make sure that you got everything filled out in your digital notebook, and then you're ready to move on to your practice and your homework on pronouns.